Hello, teacher Ashley here. And I don't know if you're like me and you were a little bit worried when you saw that email, because I work for VIPKID, and I saw the email. It came in mid-December and said something about an upcoming change in the Chinese regulations as far as teachers. And they're going to change the requirements for the qualifications. Now, I already have a bachelor's degree because VIPKID already has certain requirements. They have stricter requirements than some of the other companies that some people work for as well initially. So VIPKID's requirements from the get-go, and in order to be able to work with them, you have to be a native English speaker. You have to have at least a bachelor's degree. It can be in any field, thankfully, because mine is concentrating in business and computer science, so that's not a concentration in English, and it's not a concentration in education. I just happen to be good at English and teaching, and I love it. So, yay. But I do not have a teaching certificate, and that's where I was kind of like, ruh-roh. So if they do an update to that part where you have to have a teaching certificate as well as your bachelor's degree, as well as your previous experience, then I might need that. But I had already gotten, because VIPKID partnered up with, what do you call it? TESOL? Yeah. So it's the TESOL. They partnered up with them, and so I can do that. I did that through VIPKID. So I have that, but it's only good for VIPKID. And the other day, I actually posted a video about how I had an interview with Magic Ears, because they actually personally reached out to me and said, hey, you should apply with us. We would love to have you, blah, blah, blah. We've got other openings as well for other positions besides teachers. So that's, what kind of caught my attention, was because I want to be able to do more, right? And VIPKID doesn't really have any openings right now, and they haven't for a while. And initially, when they did have openings, they said I couldn't apply yet because I was too new. So it is what it is. Anyway, so and as far as like the teaching experience, you don't have to have classic, your standard classroom teaching experience, because I didn't have that. I did some tutoring as I was going through school, helping other people. And I always ended up being like a trainer when I was at a job. And so I had a lot of other experience. Like, it was teaching, but it wasn't, standard teaching like you would think of a general classroom setting. But they still accepted that, because they could see through my interview and everything else that I was excited and I was ready to do this, and I'm gung-ho, and I'm one of their awesome teachers. I have 5 apples. I'm your 5-apple teacher. So, I mean, I'm on my 3rd contract. I think they're happy to have me. Anyway, so that's the only thing I was concerned about, the teaching certificate. When I actually just got contacted back from Magic Ears today, they said, yay, you did awesome on your interview. So I actually have that recorded. So I'm going to make some edits to it so that way you can't see the interviewer's face, and I will post that interview recording so you can see it, just to get an idea. And honestly, I'll probably go through and tweak some things that I know that I didn't do very, very well on. Mostly because I was caught off guard that there was actually somebody there. I wasn't expecting. Anyway, so teaching certificate. The one that I have with VIPKID, and the one where they're partnered up with TESOL, is not going to be valid for any other company. It's just valid for VIPKID. So I'm going to have to get a generic one that that you would normally get from somewhere else in order to be able to go forward with Magic Ears, because Magic Ears is trying to make sure that all of their teachers are meeting these new requirements, even though the requirements aren't actually in effect yet. But I think it's great that they're doing that, because that means they're proactive. They don't want to hire any new teachers and be like, oh yeah, by the way, these laws have just gone into effect, so we're going to have to terminate your contract now because you don't have all this stuff. So I think it's good that they're doing that. And so I'm fine as far as VIP Kid goes, but if I want to explore other companies, I'm going to have to get that certificate. So I started doing a little research. I found that there is an option to get, so let me step back a little bit. Okay. The little tidbit that I got from VIP Kid, it says VIP Kid prides ourselves on working with highly qualified teachers, and most of you already meet the Chinese government requirements. These requirements will most likely include at least a bachelor's degree, in addition to any of the following: at least 2 years of teaching experience, got that down, a degree in a teaching related field from some form of state teaching license, and or completion of any English language teaching certificate, such as the TESOL VIP Kid program, TESOL, TEFL, CELTA, or other related certificates. So more or less, I should be pretty good, but if I have a teaching certificate, I'm just guaranteed that I'm going to be good. So I already had the TESOL with VIP Kid, but if I want to proceed with Magic Ears, then I'm going to need to get a regular one, right? So I will post a link below. I actually found a couple of them that I'm still kind of debating which ones to do. There's actually one offered through Coursera, which I think is pretty cool because Coursera, they actually partner up with universities. So I think that's pretty awesome. There's one that you can actually get a certificate through Arizona State University. Their program is the Teach English Now. Like I said, I'll post a link to it in the comments below. And with Coursera, you just pay a certain amount per month. So also they have a 7-day trial period. So if you can complete it in 7 days, you're good. But after that, it's just $49 a month. So if you can just kind of get done with it as fast as you can, then you could end up potentially just paying $49. That's pretty awesome. I don't think I've ever seen any of those teaching certificates that cheap. I mean, shoot, even if it takes you 3 months to do it, that's not that bad either. You know, because then you're about a $150, so that's not too bad. Or there was another one that I found, and that's for the TEFL, TEFL. I don't know if you're supposed to say these things or you're supposed to say the letters. I don't know. Whatever. I hear people do it both ways. So I'll post a link to that too. That one actually looks pretty good, and I think that one was about $220 because they offer several different courses. And what I actually liked about that company's was that they have so many different courses that you can choose from. They even have like a study abroad program kind of thing where you go and you say, okay, I'm going to teach this many months in Argentina, or I'm going to teach this many months in China, and you get your certificate at the same time. Or you can teach and then, or get your certificate and you go teach, and so you're getting credit hours and all this other stuff. And then some of them actually include, like, if you want to go to China, they include Mandarin lessons, and you also get paid it's because you're teaching while you're in the country for that amount of time. Like, dude, that's pretty awesome. I might have to look into doing one of those. I'm just saying. Maybe not right now because I'm trying to get on with Magic Ears, but that's definitely still something that I might be interested in doing anyway, because it's like a paid teaching out of the country program. But it's not one of those ones where you have to commit a year or 2 years. You can commit 2 months, 3 months. I'm more like, all right, I can see how I like it, test the waters, and then maybe go from there. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'll post a link to both of those below. More or less, don't sweat it. If you're already working for a company and you already have a bachelor's degree and you already have a teaching certificate, or you got the VIP Kid TESOL. Also, that VIP Kid TESOL is pretty easy. I think I got done with it in like 2 days, but I also like powered through it. I didn't do anything else for those 2 days. They've actually separated it out, and so there's 2 different ones now. I took it when they first did the very first one. Now there's 2 separate ones. There's a foundation, fundamentals, and then the advanced level, I think. Regardless, I'm sure it's still approximately the same thing. They've just made it so that the more manageable chunks, probably, I'm assuming. So don't worry, there's options out there for getting your teaching certificate if you are like me and you still need to do that because you have a degree in something else, but you just have found this love for teaching and you want to be able to continue to work from home or wherever. Like, I'm visiting Arkansas right now, and it's awesome. I also went for a hike today, and I recorded it on the GoPro, and as soon as I can get the freaking GoPro to communicate with my freaking computer, I will share it with you. Okay, so I will see you again soon. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else you are worried about, or if you have any other recommendations for teaching certificate programs that I'm partial to the online ones, just so I can get them done at my own pace. I don't want to have to necessarily, go somewhere and do it for weeks on weeks and weeks on end. I just want to get it done. Let's get it done and move on. Something else. So yeah, talk to you soon. Have a good day.